Well, an online petition has been started to get a Colorado school worker her job back.
Della Curry claims she was fired for giving away free food to children who didn't have lunch money. The petition calls for an apology and her immediate reinstatement.
Now, this is just one of the examples of the thousands of petitions that get started every day on change.org, which is growing at a colossal pace. In just 3 years, the site has exploded tenfold to almost 100 million users.
We're joined now by its founder and CEO, Ben Rattray. Ben, thanks so much for being here.
It's great to be here.
So give us a quick recap. How does change.org operate and how is it growing so quickly?
Yeah, it's a platform where anyone, anywhere can start a petition around any issue they care about, whether it's saving a local park or trying to change the policy of a multinational company.
And how did you come up with the idea? Because we were sort of chatting earlier that it seems that you've harnessed the power of the internet for people of like-minded interests to gather in one spot.
Yeah, I think the biggest transformation online now is the ability for people who one time were disconnected, not able to mobilize together, can now, with the barriers to collective action reduced with social media, mobilize faster than ever before.
So these campaigns are really successful. So what's your strategy?
So we don't have a strategy for starting campaigns, but the thing we do see, the trend we see, are two core components that are most effective for winning campaigns. The first is a personal narrative of everyday people starting campaigns. And the second is a specific ask, people asking a particular person to change a very specific policy. And those two components end up taking off and oftentimes changing corporate policies or practices of governments.
So, are certain topics more likely to get people behind them? I mean, do you see a trend with that?
I mean, one of the trends we see right now is, we have a lot of commentary about online cyberbullying, but actually people are using the internet now to fight against bullying. And so one of the trends actually is moms that are starting petitions to fight against this. One in particular, two moms who had their daughters try to commit suicide in Indiana, and in response to that grief, they ended up starting a petition on change.org, gets a massive 200,000 people and changes a law in Indiana, and now they're starting a national campaign. So we see these trends around issues that are most important, I think, in the news.
So when you say transformative, in other words, changing a law in Indiana, politicians, congressmen, state senators, they look at the petitions and take them seriously and try to affect change?
Yeah, they used to ignore these, right? It's common in the past, and the skepticism of online petitions is that they used to be dismissed by people in power. But now, because of the total number of people joining, almost 100 million through change.org, and because the amplification through social media and the traditional mainstream media, this is getting the attention of elected officials. And every day now, senators, members of Congress, and the biggest companies in the world are coming to change.org to directly respond to people that are petitioning them.
So what's next for the site then?
I think the biggest thing is actually taking the tools and allowing these people in power that once ignored everyday people and actually allowing them to directly engage in a two-way dialogue. So not just petitioning people and hoping for a response, but knowing that the most powerful people in the world are directly listening and able to engage.
And Ben, how do you make money doing this?
Yeah, so we have sponsored campaigns on change.org, like you have sponsored tweets on Twitter or sponsored posts on Facebook, so people can pay to amplify their campaigns.
All right. Ben Rattray, change.org. Thank you so
much.
Appreciate it.